Hi ladies and gentlemen, this is Tony Holowitz from the John Anthony Group, and I want to talk to you about a tool that I've been using for years called AddressGrabber. What AddressGrabber does is it allows you to capture information and import it into a program such as Outlook, or what I use as my contact manager predominantly is ACT. One of the things that you're faced with when you use ACT is sometimes you'll get an email and you want to capture certain types of information. Now ACT can do certain things, but what AddressGrabber will allow you to do is take information such as a signature in an email, like what you see right down here below, Fred Smith, John Anthony Group, and this incoming email that I had received, if I wanted to capture that information, what I could do is the following. Down in the bottom, you'll see a little item for AddressGrabber. I'm going to double click on that and bring it up on the screen. When I do that, I have a lot of options here where I can take information and export it to or bring it into. A lot of these things I don't even use, but there's all kinds of options here. For example, Excel, Outlook, Internet Explorer. There are some things with UPS Online, so there's a lot of good ways to use AddressGrabber. I just happen to use it in one particular way. But what you do is this. You just simply grab the text, and when you're done, you simply go up and click on the icon that you want to send it to. So in this case, I'm going to send it to ACT, and I'm going to click on this. You will see, and one of the options is to have the AddressGrabber Results dialog box pop up, so you can double check where all the information is. Now within this box, you have some options as to the way you can set this up for transfer. I'm not going to discuss that in this tutorial, but I want you to know you have some options. For example, you can create an activity by sending this over. So for example, if you have a new contact coming in, you can create an activity to call that person or possibly just review that contact when it gets into ACT. So there's some unique and interesting things you can do with it. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to simply click Transfer. So there you have it. Now if you look, and I'm going to minimize the AddressGrabber toolbar, here Fred Smith has been put into ACT, and now I can work with Fred Smith. So it is a great tool, especially for those of you that don't type real well or you're not sure how to handle information, and it is something that I think you can use effectively. The other reason I like to see people use AddressGrabber is because once you're exposed to something like this tool, all of a sudden you can start looking at some of their other tools, because I think they tend to make more sense. For example, there's a great program called ListGrabber, and that is a great program for not just capturing one contact, but capturing tens, hundreds, and potentially thousands of contacts at a time through their product called ListGrabber. But this is a great start for the average user of Outlook and the average user of ACT and an average user of those two things combined. So I do recommend you take a look at this. I think it's a great program and it can be very effective. My name is Tony Holowitz. Thank you very much.